Hey everybody, this is Patrick from the Master Knife Shop, and we have a lot of folks coming in looking for a minimalist design with something cool and unusual. That's what I'm bringing you today, the Wildcat from Primitive Woodsman. Josh Morgan is one of our favorite knife builders, runs Primitive Woodsman. He started that company in 2018, and today we're going to look at this Wildcat, which is really one of our best sellers of his work. It's just simple, it's minimalist, and we got a lot of people who hike, backpack, camp, hunt. Everybody likes this knife. So I thought I'd bring it to a video and let you check it out. It's been around a while. Believe it or not, this is not on his website. So it's kind of like a mass store. I don't want to say exclusive, but it is the place to buy it. And we love this knife. So a few things about it. Again, I said it was camping, backpacking, EDC even, because it's small enough. And it also has a special sheath, we're going to show you in a second. And that sheath is for in your pocket, just like a folding knife would be. I do like the fact this is skeletonized. No scales on it. It's just really well designed. You can see the cool design here. It's not too overly thick, but I do like the fact that the front end spine is still thick here. So if you're going to use this for skinning out an animal, it really holds up really well. It's really, really tough. The steel is EDC V2. We're going to talk about that in the specs. It's really nice. Now, as usual, he gives you a great box and some other goodies with it. This is his box. Check that out. That's beautiful. He gives it with every one of the knives. Inside the box, you're going to find some Woodsman wax, which I'll show you about that in a second. A little sticker, some specs about the knife that he puts in there, so you always have the info. And that all comes with the knife when you buy it. So a little bit more about the knife. It does have a nice little drop point. I do like the fact that it's not as big, but there is a nice thumb ramp right there. It's got some jimping on the thumb ramp. So you really, when you're working out in the campsite, you don't have to worry. It does have a sharpening choil and a nice finger stop on the back end of there. So you're not going to worry about slipping up onto the blade on this one. You just got a great design. Even it seems small, it fits really nice in your palm. You can see that right there. And it's just easy to hold, easy to use. As you can see, it's got a nice lanyard hole. Everybody that watches my videos knows that I love lanyards. So there's one on the back end there. It does not come with the lanyard. That's something I put on because I really like them. Obviously, you can build your own leather or some paracord, whatever you like. But it's really nice when you're pulling it out of the sheath. Makes it a lot easier. Speaking of the sheath, let's take a look at the sheath for this one. It's a custom sheath that he built. Now, he builds all of his sheaths. This is nice saddle leather that he uses, and he does all the texturing himself. He builds these in his shop. On this particular one, which makes it a super feature, it's Ulti-Clip. And how that works, for those who don't know Ulti-Clip, this actually clips it into your pocket just like a folding knife would be instead of on your belt. So you're going to take this clip right here, pop it like that. And this part here is the part that is your clip, as your regular pocket knife would be. Your pocket slips in there, clamp it down, and it drops straight into your pocket. Same place you put your folder, and you drop in your knife, and there it is. And that sits in your pocket. When you want, you're going to tug it out, and this clamp will hold it in your pocket. And when you're done, slide it back in, and down it goes. It's just a great feature. Ulti-Clip is really popular these days, and he's even incorporated it right into the leather. So it's a super custom build for this particular knife. I really dig that about that. So that's the sheath for that guy. A little bit more about this. I do like the black oxide coating, a little protection when you're out there in the brush. It does have we're going to talk about the specs in just a second, but it does have a tendency to need some protection. And so that's why he's giving you the Woodsman wax. Now, this is something him and his wife put together. It's in every box and every knife. This is made out of beeswax and hemp. All you can do is take a rag, wipe down your blade. The other thing you can use this for is your sheath. If this starts getting a little dried out, you go ahead and use some of this on it, and that'll go ahead and refresh the leather. So really well thought out by Josh about the whole package deal. So don't forget now, the specs, pricing, and links to this knife are in the description, so check that out when we're finished. Let's look at some of those specs right now. Weight-wise for this, as you expect, because it's a minimalist knife, it is 3 ounces. So super light, which is what you want, especially if you're dropping it into your pocket. You don't want it dragging you down with the weight. I like that. As far as size goes, from heel to tip, 6 inches. Very reasonable, something easy to carry. And of course, cutting edge, which is your most important, is going to be 2.5 inches. Plenty to work with for what you're doing. Even if you're skinning out an animal, it's still got plenty of blade to work with. So that's kind of cool. Again, most of his stuff has a specific purpose and it's well thought out. So we really love his work. Now the steel is EDC V2. He uses that for everything he builds. Let's take a look at our steel chart that we keep handy for you. As usual, we got the steel chart with edge retention, toughness, and stainless properties for corrosion resistance. EDC V2 does not show a lot of edge retention, but that's built that way because it trades off for toughness. You can see the toughness is just crazy. Now, it does take an easy edge. So you're out in the brush, you need to put an edge on it, it will take it pretty easily, and it still holds a good edge. But they trade that off for super toughness because that's the purpose of that. Now, you can see stainless properties, pretty much null. That's what the blade wax is for. So go ahead when you're done for the day, you go ahead and clean your tools like everything else, and then put a little blade wax on there, and that'll keep it protected over time until the next time you use it. So this does come in at $130, and I got to tell you, $130 for a handmade knife that looks like this, a minimalist knife, along with a handmade sheath with Ulti-Clip. This is a great price. $130 is just a super price for this particular knife. I really love this piece. Again, for those who are looking for something in minimalist design, something that's cool and unusual, the Wildcat. So that's it today for the Wildcat from Primitive Woodsman. I hope you found this information helpful. And before you go ahead and give us a thumb up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that bell so you can get all the new content we're constantly putting out. That's it for today. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time.